Namaste, it's the Spiritual Daywalker, hashtag Shredding Us Cards, with your tarot card reading for the next new moon phase from 29th of June until 13th of July. This one is going to be a new moon in Cancer. So Aries, it's all about reflecting on your relationships and what you need in your life. It's not so much who you want to be with, whatever, but rather what support system you need to make you feel good about yourself, about your energy, right? You need a start and a landing pad. You need someone to actually love who you are, even though they are different. Be inspired by your energy without feeling belittled by it, right? And that is a very mature way of self-knowledge and self-acceptance, and just like being inspired by whatever you bring to the table without being belittled by being different, right? So that's some emotional maturity that you can look forward to, probably. We're going to try something different today. If you have seen the intro video, I'm going to do a DNA spread or helix spread, which I derive from combining the tree of life with vortex-based mathematics, so doubling patterns in reality. I'm going to get into it a little more. I tried it already, it's fun. And that being said, it is a general reading, so if the message doesn't resonate with you, feel free to drop the message. If it does resonate with you, drop a comment, like and subscribe. Also, I don't do love readings. If love comes up in this reading, that is on you because you're manifesting it, because life is a self-fulfilling prophecy, and I don't want you to project anything into your reality just because I say so. So let's see about this spread. It's basically a spread that is has two axes, like the 3, the 6, and the 9, and then the world and the energies, male or masculine and feminine, balancing around it. And you can read it upwards and downwards depending on where you want to go or what the cards say, right? So let's see, Aries. All right. Where do we need to go? We need to go here. So this is the 0. This is the topic card of it all. And it seems like it is about your sense of stability, or losing that sense of stability and realizing something about it. Because this is the 9 of Pentacles in reverse though, right? So the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, it can be about losing funds, but since this new moon is about relationships, it's more about losing that sense of stability, that sense of being supported. So that's what your soul basically wants to go through to then come down to the 10 down here, right? So we put it here, like the 3, the 9, the 6, the 10. Wait, that's your 10. Yeah, all right. So you're learning how to listen to your intuition with the High Priestess in the 10. The 10 is the external, the 0 is the internal, or the soul's path, the soul's challenge or journey in a sense, right? Then you have the 3 and the 6, which is the flux, that are the spiritual insight that is balancing out the cards around it, that we lay in a second, and the 9 being the core of the problem, the Hierophant in reverse. So basically your soul's narrative spins like this. You've lost the idea of stability in your life, of people really supporting you, right? And the core of it being that your values are changing, and not who you accept as your mentor, what advice you actually taken on. So someone telling you to dial down a bit is not exactly what you need for your confidence, right? Someone who is actually grounding you through their presence without making you feel inferior about who you are, that's who you need, right? And you're struggling with that kind of mentorship energy. You're kind of like, who do you accept as authority figure in your life and who don't you accept? And you're going to come to the conclusion that the best authority figure in your life is yourself with that High Priestess right here. So either you're coming from your intuition and then realizing that stuff is actually not making you feel grounded in your reality, and that's how you want to go for. That's what you want to go for, and how you go about this life phase. And then in return, you're going to settle more into that intuitive energy. Like your intuition is driving you to the realization. The realization is grounding you into that energy that you want to, like, decided to have more of in your life. Now let's see how the world spins around this axis of the 3, 6, and the 9, the 0 and the 10. So here's the 1 trying to balance out the 2, which is the Mother of Pentacles, and the Fool. Then the Fool is doubling into the 4, which is here, which is the Chariot. The Mother of Pentacles is diagonally coming to that Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune then diagonally becomes the Son of Wands. The Chariot becomes an Ace of Pentacles. So we have the pattern of the 1, 2, 4, 8 through doubling patterns. 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 2 is 4, 4 and 4 is 8, 8 and 8 is 16 is 7, 7 and 7 is 14 is 5. So we go back up again. 5 and 5 is 1 is 10 is 1 again. So we're looking at the digital roots of it. Long story short, it's basically the masculine and feminine energies balancing out against each other and crossing it. And every time you cross, you have to cross the soul's journey right here. So something that the soul learns from trying to balance those energies, right? So very much seems like you're coming from that High Priestess. You have the idea of listening more to your intuition and not wanting to listen to mentors that give you a bullshit feeling about yourself. Then again, so we're going from bottom to top right now, just because intuitively that's how the narrative spins. And you're realizing there's so much potential with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You want that potential to make work, but it's not working. But you're trying to be on top of it with that Son of Wands energy right here. That's looking at this wasted potential, right? And you're like, this can't be it. This really fucking can't be it, right? And there in the middle, there is that 7 of Cups in reverse. And the 7 of Cups in reverse is you, listening to your feelings. You stop bullshitting yourself about shit. That's when you made a decision as the High Priestess to listen more to yourself. Being in your own energy with the Son of Wands, which is fire, which is just going for stuff, right? You realize there's all this wasted potential just because there are people in your reality that do not support your purpose, right? So you move up into the determination, seeing this wasted potential, move up into the determination with the Chariot, looking for your purpose and realizing that there are things on the outside that are not supporting your purpose, right? So the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. You feel like your environment is holding you back. And some of the people in your environment actually are, right? Because the Chariot is looking for that new beginning right here with the Fool, right here, right? So the Chariot is moving to the Fool and the realization about things being against you, moving into the Mother of Pentacles, realizing that you need some more grounding, but the grounding has to come from within you. It has to be that energy of being in touch with your true nature. That's what the Mother of Pentacles is. She's nurturing. She wants to have an impact, right? For you as an Aries, right? You want to have an impact. You want to feel valued in your way of doing things, right? And then again, to balance this, Mother of Pentacles, like being in touch with your true nature and making that new beginning for yourself with the Fool, there is that 10 of Pentacles in reverse, which as like the challenge or the learning from this being that there is no real stability. It has to come from within you. That's when you realize it's actually good that they don't make me feel comfortable, so I know that I have to feel comfortable for myself, right? So that's the insight you're gaining from this. It's very much all about that Hierophant in reverse, which is like you're listening, or you have been listening to the wrong people, and it hurt your self-esteem, right? It made you feel like the world was against you. But you're realizing right now that you don't have to feel like this. There is that wasted potential that you actually see within yourself. And the moment you realize that potential within yourself, that's when you realize you need an environment, people around you that support this, right? That actually feel inspired by the way you're acting, right? So that is very freaking beautiful. You are very much on the verge of this. You already found your people, and they're kind of proven you right that you've been listening to the wrong people, because you are in that high priestess energy. That's your 10. That's your status quo. That's who you are, or who you want to be more of, right? So you have made that decision already, and you're moving through it. This is just here to tell you you're very much on the high road with this, when you're like looking for that new beginning. And the new beginning for you means trusting yourself and trusting your particular energy, being in touch with your nature and being sure-footed in that. And whoever is kind of unsettled by it doesn't have to fucking come, right? So you have been realizing a lot about yourself and trying to get your own energy somehow balanced and kind of, yeah, been working on yourself a lot. Now it's time to realize that you're a beautiful person. You have a lot to give, and that which makes you particular, which makes you unique, that is supposed to be nurtured, and you got to nurture it yourself for your environment to reflect that back. So that the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles is in reverse right here doesn't concern me at all, because it's only this is the axis that your soul is experiencing, right? And around it, you are very much moving through the insight of using your own determination for a restart, right? That is very freaking beautiful. And it basically tells also like the same story if you read it up and down, or down, like from top to bottom, or bottom to top. It doesn't really matter. It works out perfectly. So you are in the Mother of Pentacles, looking for that nourishment, looking for someone that is actually cherishing what you bring to the table. And you know there has to be that new beginning, because inside of you there is that 10 of Pentacles in reverse. It's like you're not there yet. You're not where you want to be right now. So you know you need to work on yourself, and there's that, or work on how you interact with people, right? Because that's what this new moon is about. So then you get into that chariot that realizes, even if the world is against me, I'm gonna fucking pull through with this, right? Which is then building up the energy to rebel against that Hierophant in reverse, against the people that are giving you shit advice, right? So you see that your potential is wasted, and you know you need to shift how you feel about things, not being so intimidated by people that are emotionally tricking you into bullshit, right? You're back in your Son of Wands energy, which is very much fire energy, very much you. And then you arrive at the High Priestess of being more grounded in yourself, knowing that your intuition is really, like, it's really worth a lot, right? People are so much inspired by the way you just go for things, and that's what you're going to get more of. If that resonated with you, Aries, feel free to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. Also, I'm going to do an extended, right? Find the link in the description box below. If you're interested in how I read this with the DNA or helix spread that I invented, check out the introduction video. And thank you for being with me. This is so fun. I'm going to build my own tarot deck based on this doubling pattern sequence, which is like reflecting the inner workings of reality. I'm so much into this stuff. If you're into it, also follow me around. Love to have you. Thank you so much for being with me from the beginning, and enjoy this energy. You're very much growing into your High Priestess right here. This is so beautiful. Check out the extended, and see you around. Love you, Aries.